The people who write the songs that power the music industry carve their own unique road to the Grammys. Some will be honored at Sunday night's awards. The Song of the Year trophy will go to the writers behind one of the following songs: Beyoncé's Formation, Adele's Hello, Mike Posner's I Took a Pill in Ibiza, Justin Bieber's Love Yourself, or Lucas Graham's 7 Years. Don Dahler met 3 successful songwriters for a revealing glimpse into their peculiar brand of poetry. Don, good morning.
Good morning. From Nashville to Los Angeles, songwriters are the less publicized counterparts to those high-profile recording artists that soak up the spotlight on Grammy night. You may not know their names, but their work gets stuck in your head like an unforgettable memory. And by their own admission, it's an odd way to make a living. Equal parts poet, mathematician, and therapist.
That's better.
Kara DioGuardi, Justin Tranter, and Ross Golan together are responsible for some of the most memorable pop music in the past decade.
I'm safe up high, nothing can touch me.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down, we don't have to go a while. I know you know that I made those mistakes maybe once or twice. By once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times.
This Justin Bieber hit dropped after his much-publicized breakup with fellow pop star Selena Gomez.
You've written with Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez. Do you sometimes feel like you're a relationship counselor at those times? You're writing, and you're almost writing to each of them.
Being aware of the fact of what pop culture was viewing him as in that moment, and I knew an apology would be good.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
So there was no awkward moment there with working on both?
No, not at all.
Because you don't want to get caught in these people's lives.
In real life.
Right, and they tell you things, and of course those are sacred things you would never say to anybody.
Studios is really kind of a confessional.
It is. Yeah, I don't want to be that call at 4 o'clock in the morning. 'Cause I'm the only one you know in the world that won't be home.
It's not always someone else's secrets being exposed, but the writer's own demons instead. When DioGuardi co-wrote Sober with Pink, she was inspired by her own teenage battle with an eating disorder.
Was that scary for you to expose your own experiences and pain that way?
Songwriting is the best therapy that I never paid for. We trade in a commodity of truth. And we have to be really honest with ourselves in order to put that out and have it affect somebody else. When I stopped writing so much and I go to concerts and I'd look around and these kids would be singing words that I'd written. And you realize there's a spiritual element to what you do.
Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome
But
to
who does shots of vodka?
What they do rarely gets recorded the way it was originally intended.
So you gotta stay.
When Ross Golan first wrote the Flo Rida hit My House, it was a ballad about the joys of domestic bliss.
Yeah, my wife and I don't go out. I mean, I haven't been to a club in years. I was at the Rose Bowl, and they sing the national anthem, and then there's this huge flyover, and then My House comes on. And I'm like, this is so surreal, because this song is about how my wife and I don't go out. And there's 100,000 people there.
Now it's the exact opposite.
Well, to Flo Rida's credit, he starts writing the bridge. He did the rap, and he says in it, home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass, which has nothing to do with the song. But he just turns to me and goes, trust me.
He was right.
But is it poetry by committee?
Sometimes.
Really?
You have to check your ego at the door. So if you walk in and you think that you're the best writer in the room, first of all, you're probably not.
All right, well, let's think about what it's about.
Right.
For these songwriters, it's less about inspiration and more about hard work and perseverance. Sitting in a room, 9 to 5, hammering together music and lyrics to build something special.
I think we should do the
Full lyric.
Yeah.
Cool.
Last year alone, Golan and Tranter had 8 top 20 hits, 5 that went to #1.
And then I was thinking, maybe it's like, is it like, you gotta fall to stand up, stand up. Yeah,
But on the day we
praise
sat in the
Lord,
room, it was DioGuardi who brought in the seed that grew into a melody.
You gotta fall to stand up.
Oh, that's
Stand
cool.
up. If you're in, you gotta fall to stand up, to stand up, to stand up.
And it very easily could become the next great pop song at next year's Grammy Awards.
You gotta fall to stand up, to stand up, to stand up. You gotta fall to break up, to break up, to break up.
There are a lot of tapping feet all over the studio right now. There seems to be an unwritten songwriter's rule because Kara, Justin, and Ross all said that the secrets discussed in the studio stay there. They are not shared with friends or the public, except, of course, when they're used to create hit lyrics.
That was a great piece, Don.
Thanks.
I love how you
So
did
much
it,
fun.
too. I love how you put it together. And the three of them don't normally work together.
They don't,
So
but this song that they were
Yes.
really coming together when we were shooting is so catchy. And they're like, oh, you know, maybe we have, you know, they were just doing it for our benefit to show it. But it was
And they got
I want
nice
Kara
voices.
to put out an
Yes,
album. I love
me
her
too.
voice.
Me too.
We should do a podcast on this, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.